Hi, my name is Juliana TwomeyI. I'm an artist from New Hampshire, and I want to share with you the impact of wall art in short-term vacation rentals, hotels, and bed and breakfasts. I'm going to share the top 10 mistakes so you don't make them, and how instead you can create what I call the wow factor. Mistake number 1 is posters. Posters look cheap. Even if you put them in a nice frame, they look cheap. You want your guests to know you've gone the extra mile, not that you've skimped and cut corners. So, in my strong opinion, posters do not belong in a vacation rental property. Mistake number 2, wall clutter is not a good look. I suggest a maximum of 3 prints per wall, and if you do choose more than one, make sure that they work together as a group and they are cohesive. This kind of display makes people feel uneasy because their attention is divided and they don't know where to look. Mistake number 3 is obvious. No personal pictures in your vacation property because it makes people feel like they're in your home and not on vacation. Mistake number 4 is not opting for quality art. This is an example of somebody playing on a computer and making some shapes and colors. It doesn't pass as art. You want them to know that you've taken the extra time to create a beautiful space for them. So art is an asset to your vacation property. Treat it as such. Mistake number 6 is choosing the wrong kind of art. Most importantly, you want art that is universally appealing and that's uplifting. Certain select genres like surrealism, macabre, and fantasy art have an audience, but those styles of art are best seen in personal homes or even in a gallery. In a vacation property, the key word for art is uplifting. If they've seen an image a million times, they won't be impressed even if it's a masterpiece, such as Van Gogh's Starry Night or Monet's Water Lilies, or even a photograph of somebody standing on a mountain. These overused images, as I call them, become like a well worn out song, and you won't capture their interest. If you want to use a reproduction print of a masterwork, choose something before 1924 because it's copyright free, and choose a lesser known work or a lesser known artist. These are all wonderful choices. A suggestion for photography would be to choose a local photographer and have some scenes of your surrounding area. This can be a wonderful way to support the arts and also add value to your vacation property. And by the way, my Vista Novo fine art prints pair well with both of those styles of art. Mistake number 8 is cheap frames. They look cheap and they can even make nice art look cheap. So no plastic frames and no low quality frames. Go ahead and do the extra mile and frame your art in solid wood. My prints are all sustainably made and in solid wood and shipped free of bubble wrap. So there are better alternatives to the big block stores and their cheap plastic frames, which in the long run will not last you very long anyways. Mistake number 9 is thrift store art. Thrift store art is old, it's tired, the mats might be faded, the images may be faded, the frames may be of lesser quality. You're not going to find a work of art that's going to wow somebody in a thrift store. That said, I'm a huge proponent of using things again and again for our earth. I am the first one to take a hand-me-down or use an item a second time. As many of you know, I started my business with a desire to help our plastic crisis and to help encourage people to use less single-use plastic. So I do choose to frame my art only in a sustainable way, but I do not recommend purchasing art at your local thrift store for your vacation property, hotel, or Airbnb. So, with all the talk about what not to do, mistake number 10 is less of a mistake and more of a missed opportunity. You have the space, your walls are blank and bare, and you can do that, but your space will feel lonely and boring, uninvited, and unfinished. The reason for that is that art welcomes, warms, and moves. It enhances your short-term rental, your B&B. It makes you stand out from a sea of other boring rentals. It gives them a lasting impression. It's the final touch of any room, and you tie in the colors, the theme of a room with the wall art. You can offer your guests a positive, enveloping feeling of your space that will make them smile. By the way, this is my Nantucket print. Now here's a room without art, and it's nice, right? And here's the same room with my art of Miami, and I'd like to call this the wow factor. Now for a moment, I want you to think about the feeling that you get when you enter your hotel, B&B, or short-term rental. You open the door in anticipation, hoping that's as great as you imagined. This is the moment. This is your biggest opportunity for the best first impression that you can give them. What kind of a comfortable, welcoming, and energizing space have you provided for them? When they enter, do you want them to think, okay, or do you want them to think, wow, let me help you get the wow factor with my art? Okay, wow, this is my Boston. Let me help you wow them with my art. We can wow them with national parks, Channel Islands, Yosemite, Arches, Mount Rainier. Let's wow them with cities, Boston, London, Nashville. Let's wow them with wild animals, grizzly, koala, longhorn, mustang. We could wow them with dark sky parks, and we can wow them in black and white. And if for some odd reason, out of my over 300 attractive, versatile, colorful, vibrant, peaceful, calming, welcoming, soothing, sophisticated, contemporary, limited edition fine art prints with universal appeal that are mounted and sustainably framed in solid wood in the USA, shipped to you without bubble wrap, ready to hang on your walls so you can't find a print for every room in your rental to wow them with? Well, then don't worry. We could wow them with flowers. Or we could win them over with a one-of-a-kind. Commission me for that perfect print or wall mural, and your place will become both welcoming and at the same time exclusive. I look forward to working with you, and I want you to consider me your partner in giving your guests what I call the wow factor. Please email me, Juliana@julianatwomey.com, or give me a call, 802-449-6346.